Super Thursday! Woo! And we're doing 21st Amendment today. This is a beer that was provided to us by David Glanders, and I am not able to speak tonight. So
I think his he's gonna yell at me for getting this wrong, but I think his brother actually provided this, and I'll put his name right here. So
it came a long way.
It's from the Glanders family.
This is from San Francisco, which is like a short hop, jump, and a skip away from us, and yet for some reason we can't get it in LA.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah,
that's one of those things that you can get it in Massachusetts or something.
Right.
But God forbid SoCal gets it. What's up, Dad?
What's up, Shaun? Come on. So this is 21st Amendment Sneak Attack Saison. And it's a sneak attack because who makes a Saison in winter?
Yeah, usually winter releases are stouts, porters, strong ales.
Yeah.
Also, I think this might be my first Saison out of a can.
Yeah, there's a couple that I've had, but it's very rare.
Saison is a style that you don't necessarily imagine being canned.
I definitely agree.
So, but this is a very room freshening beer as well.
It is. Wow,
a lot of aroma. Here. Yeah, a lot of aroma on that.
It's brewed with cardamom too, so I think that really does stand out. I think in the aroma,
it does. Yeah,
that spicy character.
Yeah,
it's all because when you hear cardamom, I think of a wit beer, and so it's almost like. To me, it just from smelling it, it has that wit beerish kind of thing.
Yeah, this is definitely. I think aside from the fact that there's no wheat in it, this is giving me a lot of like wit beer characteristics.
Yeah, should we?
Cheers. I'm taking my time and sniffing and aromatizing the beer.
I appreciate that.
So,
enjoy the volatiles.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it smells really refreshing. Again, like I said, the cardamom. You don't get a whole lot of farmhousiness, even though they call it a farmhouse ale. I think it's.
I think the funk is a little bit more on the flavor than on the aroma.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily the funk,
comes off like really dry too.
The
funk train, if you will.
Funk train. More that like rustic kind of, estery phenolic character.
It's this would be more of like a beer de table to me than a funky Saison farmhouse ale.
I think it's a good take. I mean, a Saison I think is a broad category, right?
Yeah, I mean, Saisons can be pretty much just about anything. So, but that's what I'm getting at is that this is a lighter, easier to drink, more like the alcohol level's too high for a beer de table, but it's like the flavor profile on it. It's very refreshing. It's very easy. I could see drinking a 6-pack of these, even though I'm cutting back on my beer. So anyway, that's where I was going.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's super bright. It's super crisp. I like it because there's definitely that cardamom presence, but it's not super slap your mammy with it. You know what I mean?
Right. This beer will make you slap your mama.
But which is nice because it's. The best kinds of spice saisons are the ones where you kind of get it, but it's not super in your face. It just all kind of blends into that, saison yeast character. Where it's got that nice freeness. It's got a little bit of that peppery kind of spiciness.
Yeah, I think I came off saying this was like a wit beer. I mean, it's got characteristics of a wit, but it's definitely I think a saison. The more you drink it and you kind of acclimate to it, because we had a big IPA right before this. It does have that very easy Saison character. It's not in your face.
Yeah, which is something that I really like.
Even though they said in your face winter.
What?
In their description for this beer, it's like in your face winter.
Oh,
this
that
sneak attack.
Well, because it's the opposite of what you would normally release.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely more along the lines of an actual Saison. I can't remember who said it, but it was a quote from Farmhouse Ales. A really prominent Saison brewer was like, if it's higher than 6% alcohol, it's not a Saison. Saison is meant to be something light and easy.
Well, that's where you get into the Belgian strong blondes and.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I don't know if I necessarily agree. Because, I mean, a Vec Le Bon Vu is definitely a Saison, but it's 10%. But there are people who call those super Saisons or whatever. But
does it come with a cape?
Yes, it does, actually. Actually, one of the greatest things I've ever seen is...
I've sent him down a path.
Yeah, no, thanks. No, dude, this is real quick. I think it was at a Total Wine. they had magnums of avec les bon view.
Oh yeah,
and I've never seen that before. I'd never seen it,
really?
and I was
have magnums of avec les bon view? That's his best. That's his desert island beer.
Yeah, yeah, but it was.
Bill just drinks a Magnum every morning. He gets up. It's like, what's up?
He's like, well, I'm awake now.
My Magnum of avec les bon view.
But. Anyways, like I said, this is definitely closer to like what a quintessential saison is for me.
Speaking of Bill, he's up in San Francisco for San Francisco Beer Week.
Yes, he's there every year.
Every year. So, actually, February is a great month to be up in San Francisco because
it's San Francisco Beer Week.
It's San Francisco Beer Week.
Right now, we're filming at San Francisco Beer Week. When the show comes out, it might be over.
Right, but in February when we're filming right now. But also the first week in February is the Pliny the Younger release and the Drake's Apocalypse release. So it's two amazing IPAs that you can pick up.
And the whole month of February is like strong ale month.
Yeah. So that's specific to 21st Amendment and Magnolias. They brew a series of strong ale beers. If you drink them all, I think I don't know if they're doing it this year, but I know the last couple of years they had glasses. So if you ticked all of them, they'd give you a glass kind of thing.
And that's cool.
Nice.
And fun fact, Nico from 21A wrote for Celebrator magazine.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Didn't know that till today.
Yeah. Shaun also. Shaun was like all over the place as far as like the Bay Area. Like
Shaun's just a cool dude.
He definitely is.
One of our first shows with NBT was at 21A, and like we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, and he just was so fun and so like. Yeah, do whatever you want, and that's like we got to drink monk's blood in the brewery, and no one else was drinking it.
Well, and
Shaun's one of my favorite guys. Like every time I see him, I just give him a hug. One year at GABF, I was kind of bummed out and not having fun, and he kind of walked up to me. He's like, "What's wrong, John?" And I'm like, "Nothing." Why? He came and give me a hug. He's just a great guy.
And then he helped John find his mom, and then everything was okay.
No.
But no, what I like about 21st Amendment too is that they're also one of the classic examples of how you do, like, I'm going to put it in quotes, contract brewing properly. Because
he goes and brews
most
the beer.
Most of their beer
Shaun
is brewed
does.
in not Minneapolis, but in Minnesota.
Right.
And so, but Shaun is out there brewing the beer and handling it himself and making sure that it's up to their quality standards.
But they also brew at the brew pub.
Yeah. Right.
They have like two. I don't know how big the tanks are. What are they?
Well, I think
barrel tanks or something.
All of their strong ale beers for the month of February are obviously brewed in the brew pub.
So they do brew there, but like for mass production, they go elsewhere because their place is so small. So. Yeah. But
and San Francisco is not the place where you go buy a brewery downtown because unless you have bajillions of dollars.
Bajillions of dollars.
But on that note, somebody who doesn't have bajillions of dollars but knows how to pair food and drink very well.
He has bajillions of knowledge.
He has bajillions of beer.
He has bajingles.
Bajillions of beer is like the most awesome hashtag I've ever heard, I think.
So, go away.
Master Pairings.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Master Pairings. I'm your host, Bill Sysak. Stephen Johnson with me again.
Hello.
We are at Calm Before the Storm, Super Bowl Sunday. 80 Stone Archive beers, both at our Escondido and Liberty Station locations. We're here at Escondido, of course.
Yes.
The beer I selected to go with our pastry chef Tony Martin's blueberry muffins, and there's some other ingredients in here that should make it interesting.
Some like chocolate?
We're going to analyze. I don't know. We're going to analyze.
All right.
Is our Stone Cali-Belgique IPA, which is our fabulous IPA recipe with the Belgian yeast, but this is aged in red wine barrels.
Is this the very first Belgian IPA? Cali-Belgique's been around for a long time.
It has been around for a long time. The 080808 Vertical Epic is a beer that when, I think it was Mitch and Steve Wagner, Mitch Steele, our two master brewers, went to Belgium to look at, and they tried some Belgian IPAs there.
Okay.
And that gave them the idea to make the Vertical Epic Ale, and then that Vertical Epic Ale kind of was one of the things that kind of said, well, we should do this try this Cali-Belgique.
Okay.
So we did it. I should know these things. For years back in the 80s and 90s, the hoppiest beers in Belgium were considered Orval,
right.
Pairings Hamel Ale, and Double X Bitter from Duranky.
Okay.
But we have.
But they don't. They wouldn't stand up to an IPA from today.
We have Schuff's Hublin Triple. Well, right. There just weren't IPAs there, so those were the hoppy beers. But we have. I'm guessing it was probably the first noted Belgian IPA was probably through Schuff. Mm-hmm. Or
McSchoof or Le Schoof?
Well, it's neither of those, but it's Schuff, the brewery, and then also so De Leyreth, Urthel.
Yes.
So I'm guessing it could be my good friend Hildegard. She might have done the first Belgian IPA. So anyways, did we cheer? Or are you just sipping?
I'm just like drinking. Whatevs. Football!
Beer fest. Oh, the tannins in the red wine just show up so well in this beer.
This beer does lend itself really well to the wine barrel.
This beer is versatile. Once you add Belgian yeast, you get all those esters coming in. Pepper and pear on top of a great Stone IPA is just amazing. Wow, this beer is complex. It's got a lot of different summer fruits in it. It's got vinous notes from the wine. It's still got that bitterness and the hops. It's really good. All right, shall we give this a shot?
Sure.
Rich, dense, but not dry by any means.
Right.
Very moist. Let's see how this goes. This is
You're right, there's a bit of chocolate dusting on the top.
Wow. It goes beautifully with it, believe it or not. Brings out
a lot more of the pear.
Yeah, more acidity.
Yeah.
More acidity, fruitiness. Very complimentary. Has the sweet and the sour. So, as I say in most pairings, even though we talk about complementary contrast, it has both of those going on.
Right.
So, I think it's really delicious.
It kind of brings the tannins way down.
Yeah, it definitely does. Makes it drier.
Yeah.
Brings out more bitterness, too. There's a lot of bitterness.
The hoppiness of it kind of shines
The
through
bitterness
a little
hits the front and then the back palate, so it's kind of fun. So
and how old is this? This is the... You said
I think we did this last year.
Last year. So this is the 2012?
No, it'd be 2013. Just 2014.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah. But this hasn't been out uber long, but it's a delicious beer. Highly recommend it. We have this one on draft a lot.
Yeah, this is one of the rare beers that's not so rare at the bistro. So,
well, because we're lucky, but they only made so much of it. I'm sure they'll make it again. Delicious beer, though. So you like the pairing overall?
I do. Yeah, very delicious. I like it.
I like to do these. Take us out on a limb a little bit, especially here at an event like this where we have a bunch of rare beers we can play with. So it's always fun to revisit them. So everybody, hope you guys make it out next year to one of our locations, either Stone World Bistro and Gardens, Liberty Station, or Escondido.
It's worth it.
But I'm just going to sit back and relax and enjoy this beer. Cheers, Stephen. Thanks for watching another Master Pairings.
So we're back.
We are.
And I'm doing this thing with my legs where I'm swinging back and forth.
I believe we did a master pairings from Bill at Calm Before the Storm.
Oh, is that what we did?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good day.
That was a really fun day.
Yeah.
And thanks, Stone, for the hookup.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thanks, Patty, for opening that bottle.
It's like, what's up, homie?
Word.
Cheers. February 24th is Pliny Fights Cancer at Beachwood Barbecue. We're going to be live.
That's the day of the drawing.
Yes. So that means that you probably need to hurry up and get in there and buy raffle tickets if you haven't done so already.
If there are any left, we know.
If you haven't bought raffle tickets, you can still watch us on your computers at home.
Or awesome.
Because we're going to be fun.
But at work.
More than likely, it'll be on Google Hangouts or whatever.
I'll be keg standing the one keg of Pliny the Younger that they have.
They won't have it there. They don't have it there.
Yeah, they don't.
It's a joke.
It doesn't exist. He'll be keg standing amalgamated.
Actually,
That's what it'll be doing.
actually, they do have it there on the 24th.
They will?
So they usually have it there because it's once they announce the winners, it's the next.
I've never had it.
I think it's the next night that they start pouring. So
well, they're gonna have it, but we're not gonna drink it.
Keg standing it. Be like upside down.
You're gonna keg stand amalgamated.
Mouth pours of Pliny the Younger. That's what's gonna happen. That's pretty much it for us right now. And enjoy a saison in the middle of the winter because you know what? Fuck winter. Drink a saison. And until next week, stay safe and drink beer.
Cheers.